Good evening, it's Quant Trade Edge, and today I have a brief follow-up video on the 2B pattern that we pointed out in crude several days ago. This is a chart of October crude oil, and what we had pointed out before was that we had dipped below the previous low and had a close down there, and then this made an even lower low. So I may not have pointed this out before, but this was also just a very clean two-leg move down. Blow this up so you can see it well. But the 2B pattern was triggered when this got taken out. So the bar that penetrates the previous low and closes below, when that bar high gets taken out, right here, that's technically where you would enter for the 2B. And I believe it was on this day that we saw that, and we said that it couldn't possibly dip, but it should go higher, and this previous high at 84.16 would be the target of the pattern. It can go higher, of course, and if it were, my favorite way of projecting into free space is these Fibonacci extensions, and the 1.272 extension is the conservative target right at about $86. So since we pointed out this 2B pattern, and the pattern had already triggered at that point, triggered at 78.56, and we've had 4 days straight up, and we've pierced the previous day high today also, and gotten as high as 83.85. So we're almost about 30 cents away from that target. So let's see what forms here. Another interesting thing I noticed was that there is an anti-climax pattern with this bar, and all an anti-climax pattern is high of a bar minus the high of the previous bar, increasing for 3 bars. It's a bit of a climax. So the difference between this high and this high is smaller than the difference between this high and this high, which is smaller than the difference between this high and this high. For this to actually trigger a short, that's going to be a little difficult given that we have this very bullish structure. But what I would want to see to even think about shorting this would be to go make a new high, reverse and come down and put in a red candle, and then take out the low of that red candle. And that would be the only way in which this bullish structure could get a pullback. And the other thing to consider is off of this low, this is still just one leg. So even if that were to happen and we get a pullback to say here, that would be one leg down, that we'd still be due another leg up. So from this pattern here, expect 2 legs up before you get any major type of reversal. I'll post the other video as a link here, so you can go back and see the video where we set this pattern up down here. And this is just following up and seeing how it played out. Have a good evening.